Hello, beautiful friends of Tyler in Common. Father Matt Bolter here. Hope y'all are well. Today is Thursday, April 15, and I just wanted to give you a quick update on me, on the work of Tyler in Common. I feel really guilty because my life got super, super crazy. A beginning probably about a month ago, and that let up, I would say, about 5 days ago. It was a super, super crazy time for me, beginning with the ice apocalypse. And then I think spring break was the week after that. I had a bunch of personal stuff to take care of. And then immediately after that, basically, Christchurch is in this process of reopening, which is a wonderful thing, but it really made for a heavy burden for me, a joyful burden, a wonderful burden, but trying to reopen at the end of the pandemic during Holy Week and Easter is amazing. I mean, it's a ton of work. It's super intense, worth every second. But wow, it was a lot. And so I just ask for your forgiveness. I know that I sort of dropped the ball, the Tyler in Common ball a little bit. I hope that you'll forgive me. I hope that I hope that I can convince you that I'm still committed to this work. And in fact, that leads me to the three things that I want to talk to you about right now. And the first one is I just want to make sure that everyone in our Tyler in Common group is aware of the work that Callant Finney has been doing. Callie, you may know that during the ice apocalypse, aka the polar vortex that hit Texas a few weeks ago, Callie Finney organized an effort sort of on her social media sites. She has quite a large number of followers on Facebook, I believe. She organized a way to raise a bunch of money, several tens of thousands of dollars, I think. And she literally rented an entire hotel in North Tyler and was able to save lives. There were, I think, maybe 177 indigent folks who stayed in that hotel during that extremely cold weather. Wow, who would have ever imagined that it could be -3 degrees in Tyler, Texas? But that's what we experienced. And so thanks be to God for Callie and the Tyler Street team and the heroic work that she performed. I'm going to put a link in the description below, the show notes below, to one or two news stories that highlight Callie's work with the Tyler Street team. Part of the reason I mention this is because there might be some of you who would like to support Callie, perhaps by volunteering with that organization or maybe by giving money or some other thing. But I'm going to put those in the show notes below. And that's my first point, the Tyler Street team and the heroic efforts of Callant Finney. Secondly, I wanted to let you know that there is a training that is going to be happening tomorrow. I actually just learned about this from my good friend, Josephine Lopez, who is the lead organizer of the community organizing group in the DFW area. It's a really big deal. She's a super impressive woman, and she and I have been developing a relationship over the last few weeks. And she called me about 2 hours ago to let me know of a training that is going to be happening tomorrow along the lines of community organizing. And it's an introductory type training for folks that know very little about what community organizing is. And so I will put that link in the show notes below as well. I am planning on attending that training as of right now. And I think it would be awesome if those of you who are interested in this work, particularly those who are on our core group, our steering committee, as it were, if you guys would attend this training, if you're able, I think that would be super amazing. And that's my second point. A link will be in the show notes below about a training opportunity tomorrow in terms of community organizing. There are discussions that are happening right now between the Dallas area interfaith group. That's the community organizing group that I just referred to. There's discussions between them and the Episcopal Health Foundation that are exploring the possibility of doing some intentional community organizing. And Tyler, I think we're a ways away from being able to say anything definitive along those lines, but those developments are welcome and very encouraging. Yeah, so I hope that some of y'all will participate in that training with me. Last but not least, thank you guys for putting up with me in terms of our book discussion. I remain very excited about the Robert Linthicum book, Building a People of Power. I don't think you can see this. Sadly, the book is at my house in my study, but I still would like to discuss this book together, especially as we perhaps transition out of a pandemic back into something like a normal way of life. Wouldn't it be great if we could sort of relaunch with some momentum, having learned a lot about what it means to give away power and to raise up leaders for the good of the city. That's sort of what this book is about. I don't know if you remember the little promotion that I put on my Google Drive. I'm going to put that in the link below as well. But those meetings were supposed to be on the third Thursday of the month from 5:15 to 6:30. You might remember that I had to cancel that at the last minute a month ago. I was feeling a little bit under the weather, and that's connected to some of this intensity that I was describing to you a moment ago. But I would like to go ahead with this book study. I'm excited about it. I hope that some of you will join me in this. I know that time is scarce, but I also know that we make time for what we care about. And my hope is that several of us care about the justice of our community enough to read this book together, to learn from it, to grow, and to discuss it together. So I will put that link in the show notes below. Invite a friend if there's someone that you know who you think might be interested in this book discussion as well. And I'm going to plan on leading that discussion, hopefully with one or two of you possibly co-leading with me. We will see. But I'm planning on leading that discussion next Thursday from 5:15 to 6:30. So I hope to see you there. And y'all, thank you so much for your time. God bless you. And I will talk to you soon. Peace. Bye-bye.